Man, that Earl Grey is freaking horrible. Oh, hello there. Hebrew77 here, and today we continue Star Trek month with Head of Security from the first season and her only season. Well, until she came back as a different character. Well, sort of the same character. Well, it was her daughter. But we won't be talking about that anytime soon. Right now, we will just be talking about Season 1, Tasha Yar. So with that in mind... What's that? I mean...
We have something, sir, needs your immediate attention to the living room. Sir?
Okay, well, I shall keep you updated on that situation. Hebrew77 out. Well, you heard that. I've got to go check this out. But before I do, let's get on with the review. And here you have Season 1 and the only season, Tasha Yar. She does make an appearance in some more future episodes, including Season 7, All Good Things. I'll talk about that at the end of this review. She came with very little things. Of course, she came with the phaser, which is traditionally has this little red thing here at the end of each phaser. I'm sure she came with a tricorder as well, and some other stuff. Just your basic Star Trek figure. She is a female figure, so she is wearing the lipstick, and looks like a little bit of eyeliner. Other than that, does this figure really represent Tasha Yar? Well, in a way, yes, it does look like Denise Crosby. But, I mean, it is a really skinny figure, and most of the female figures were. But this figure was particularly more skinny than even Beverly Crusher or Deanna Troi of the female figures. And as you can see, you could tell it's a first season figure because of the flatness of the top of the uniform, and of course the stirrups at the bottom of the uniform. However, this one doesn't really have the commanding strikings at the bottom there, where the color, which would be in her case the gold, almost yellowish, goldish type color there at the bottom. Tasha Yar is, you can see her little buttons there at the collar, and her arms are so skinny and so fragile, you're almost afraid to do anything with. They do, however, bend at the elbow about 90 degrees, but as I mentioned, I'm afraid to even put a weapon in her hand. Now that phaser fits in her hand, but as you can see, it comes out very easily, and I'm almost afraid to put tricorders or anything like that because the thickness of them. And of course this hand can hold nothing. Try to put a phaser in there, and no, you can't do it. So Denise Crosby left the series because she felt like she wasn't contributing to the show in any kind of way. She felt like she deserved a bigger role, and she left the show. So they didn't give her, as I would think, a proper death or a send-off. So when they brought her back for a couple of episodes, they killed off her character. When they killed off her character the second time, she had sacrificed herself for the greater of good. And a later episode entitled Yesterday's Enterprise. And in that episode, the two Enterprises, D and I think it was C, ABC, yeah, C and the two met, and well, you can see the episode, Yesterday's Enterprise. It is a really good episode. I highly recommend it. But in any case, that pretty much does it for this review. I hope you enjoyed it, and, yeah, we'll see you next time. Ugh, I can't believe they can't do a level 1 dialysis. Oh, hello there. Well, that was one heck of a review, wasn't it? You know, the thing is, Denise Crosby had left the show at the end of season 1 to pursue a further career in movies. Well, that didn't really work out for her too well because she was in Pet Sematary 2 and maybe one other thing, and then it seems like her career kind of fell off the edge of the earth from there, as she didn't really do a whole heck of a lot of anything else. Surprisingly enough, she wanted back on the series, but the only way they could really do it is they had to do sort of a different universe, or not so much a different universe, but they had them go back in time where Enterprise D met with Enterprise C, and was it C? Anyway, an Enterprise from the past, and then there was a whole thing that happened. I really don't want to get into detail with it, but she ended up on that ship fighting the Romulans and the Klingons, and then somehow had a relationship with a Romulan. They had a child together, and that was another way that they brought her back into the show. But it was so unfortunate that we didn't see her throughout different seasons of the show as herself, that's the way they had to do it. And then there was one time they brought her sister on, but that's another tale for another time. Until next time, this is Hebrew77 saying, knowing isn't just half the battle, it's the whole damn war. Now, if you'll excuse me. One to beam up, please.
Yeah, you're not invited to the party, sir. I'm very sorry.
What do you mean I'm not invited? Well, I'll just be...